Hi, Noobs Recaps here. Today I'm going to explain an action thriller, sci-fi fantasy movie called The Avatar. The movie opens like this. In the year 2154, Avatar opens against a backdrop of Earth ravaged by environmental neglect and resource depletion. Humanity faces an energy crisis that threatens its very existence. In a bid to secure new sources of energy, the Resources Development Administration, RDA, has turned its attention to Pandora, a stunningly beautiful yet dangerous moon orbiting the gas giant Polyphemus in the Alpha Centauri star system. Pandora is not only rich in unobtainium, a highly valuable mineral, but it also presents unique challenges due to its toxic atmosphere, which is unbreathable for humans. The indigenous inhabitants of Pandora, the Na'vi, are a majestic race of tall, blue-skinned humanoids who live in harmony with their environment. Standing at around 10 feet tall, the Na'vi possess a deep spiritual connection to Pandora's natural world, worshipping a mother goddess named Iwa. The film poignantly portrays their reverence for life, depicting them as stewards of the land rather than conquerors. To explore Pandora's rich biosphere and facilitate human interaction with the Na'vi, scientists at the RDA develop avatars, genetically engineered hybrids that combine Na'vi and human DNA. These avatars can be operated by humans who are genetically matched to them, allowing for a semblance of coexistence. This ambitious project is overseen by Dr. Grace Augustine, Sigourney Weaver, a passionate scientist who is committed to studying Pandora's ecosystem and its inhabitants. Grace views the Na'vi not merely as obstacles to resource extraction but as sentient beings deserving of respect and understanding. Enter Jake Sully, Sam Worthington, a paraplegic former Marine whose life has felt directionless following the death of his twin brother, Tom. When Tom, who was part of the Avatar program, is killed, Jake is offered a chance to replace him due to their identical DNA. Initially motivated by the prospect of walking again through his avatar, Jake's arrival on Pandora sets off a chain of events that will change him irrevocably. Upon his arrival, Jake is immersed in the breathtaking yet perilous beauty of Pandora. He is introduced to a world filled with bioluminescent flora and a diverse range of wildlife, each more fascinating than the last. However, the environment is not without its dangers. On a routine exploration, Jake's avatar is attacked by a Neytiri, a fearsome predator. This encounter marks the beginning of his journey into the complexities of Pandora, ultimately leading him to Neytiri, Zoe Saldana, a skilled Na'vi warrior who saves him. Neytiri recognizes Jake as someone significant, interpreting a sign from Iwa when the sacred seeds of the Tree of Souls fall upon him. Despite her initial reluctance, Neytiri introduces Jake to her clan, the Omaticaya. Here, Jake witnesses the deep bond between the Na'vi and their environment, which is built on respect, balance, and a profound spiritual connection to Iwa. Neytiri's mother, Moat, CCH Pounder, serves as the clan's spiritual leader, guiding them through their traditions and beliefs. The Na'vi view all living things as interconnected, a philosophy that stands in stark contrast to the exploitative motives of the RDA. As Jake begins his new life among the Na'vi, he faces significant challenges. He struggles to adapt to their customs, yet he is determined to learn and earn their trust. Neytiri becomes his mentor, teaching him their ways, including the Na'vi language and their spiritual beliefs. Jake undergoes a series of trials to prove himself, including the initiation rite of capturing a banshee, a flying predator that symbolizes a warrior's status among the Na'vi. This process not only earns him respect within the clan but also solidifies his bond with Neytiri, and their relationship blossoms into a deep romantic connection. While Jake's heart increasingly aligns with the Na'vi, he remains torn between two worlds. The RDA, led by Colonel Quaritch, pressures him to gather intelligence on the Na'vi, particularly focusing on Home Tree, which stands above a rich deposit of unobtainium. Quaritch sees Jake as a valuable asset in the quest to exploit Pandora's resources and is willing to go to great lengths to achieve his goals, displaying a ruthless, militaristic mindset that prioritizes corporate profit over ecological and ethical considerations. As Jake continues his dual life, he becomes increasingly aware of the consequences of the RDA's actions. The film illustrates the looming threat of corporate greed and the environmental destruction it wreaks, mirroring real-world issues surrounding colonialism and exploitation. Tension mounts when Quaritch launches attacks against the Na'vi, leading to violent clashes that escalate into open conflict. Jake's internal conflict deepens as he witnesses the devastating impact of the RDA's actions on the Na'vi and their sacred land. The turning point comes when he learns that the RDA intends to destroy Hometree, which serves as the heart of the Omaticaya clan. Despite his initial role as a spy, Jake's love for Neytiri and his growing appreciation for the Na'vi way of life compel him to make a stand against the impending destruction. As the conflict escalates, Jake fully immerses himself in Na'vi culture, becoming a warrior and a leader among them. He embraces his new identity, demonstrating his commitment to their cause by rallying the clan against the RDA. In a climactic moment, he successfully bonds with the powerful Torek, a legendary creature revered by the Na'vi. This act solidifies his status as a true member of the Omaticaya, earning him the respect and loyalty of the clan. However, the RDA remains relentless in its pursuit of resources, leading to a full-scale assault on Hometree. Despite Grace's protests about the ecological ramifications of their actions, the RDA is determined to proceed, showcasing a grim disregard for the interconnectedness of all life on Pandora. The destruction of Hometree becomes a tragic symbol of loss and a turning point for the Na'vi. As Jake confronts the reality of betrayal, the film portrays the emotional toll of such a conflict, emphasizing themes of sacrifice and resilience. In the aftermath of Hometree's destruction, Jake faces dire consequences. The Na'vi, heartbroken and enraged, initially view him with suspicion for his role in the conflict. He is taken captive alongside Grace but ultimately manages to escape with her and Norm Spellman, Joel David Moore, another scientist. However, the cost of their escape is high. Grace is wounded during the rescue, which highlights the brutal realities of war. Jake's journey reaches its climax when he returns to the Na'vi, seeking to regain their trust and unite the clans against the RDA. The connection he forges with Iowa becomes a pivotal moment in the narrative, as he implores the spiritual force of Pandora for help during the climactic battle. This moment underscores the film's themes of unity, spirituality, and the power of nature. The battle itself is a visually stunning spectacle, pitting the Na'vi and their allies against the technologically superior forces of the RDA. As the fight intensifies, the wildlife of Pandora unexpectedly joins the Na-6 in defense of their home, symbolizing the interconnectedness of all living things and the idea that nature fights back against those who seek to exploit it. In a final showdown, Jake confronts Quaritch, who is determined to annihilate him. This confrontation is steeped in moral complexity, as both characters represent opposing ideologies, the Na-6's respect for life versus the RDA's ruthless ambition. In a moment of sacrifice, Neytiri saves Jake, demonstrating her unwavering loyalty and love. Quaritch's demise serves as a critical moment, illustrating the triumph of nature and the resilience of the Na-6 spirit. In the film's concluding scenes, the RDA is expelled from Pandora, with only a handful of humans remaining. Jake undergoes a permanent transformation, fully embracing his Na-6 identity as he is transferred into his avatar body. Avatar ultimately serves as a poignant critique of environmental exploitation and a call to recognize the intrinsic value of nature and indigenous cultures. Like, share and subscribe for more movies recaps like this in the future.